Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Hangout with ST. She's Alyssa.
And he's Hairianto, and Hangout with ST's weekly show where we bring you top stories of the week.
That's right, anything that is local to everything that's happening around the world. And of course we are down to episode 49.
Very near to the big 5-0.
But I think we've kind of like decided, right, that we don't want to celebrate our big 5-0.
We rather celebrate our first anniversary together, right?
Ah, what is that? So stay tuned. After Chinese New Year, we are going to be announcing more on what is this first year anniversary that we're talking about.
Then we'll lay all those rumors to rest.
Exactly.
And as always, we are coming to you live from the ST newsroom, so do leave your comments and we'll read it later during the show.
Exactly. And today we are going to be discussing the HIV data leak.
And then also the brouhaha or the brahaha over colourful underwear.
Wow, not bad.
Yeah, quite witty tonight, right?
Well done. And Asian food shaming on a US series. Yeah, right?
Yeah, and then of course followed by Facebook Face-Off, which you've been winning, I think, consecutively. I think if I win, then it's an upset.
Oh, is it?
Oh, don't act all humble now.
Are you trying to gain votes now? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I actually really meant it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But in any case, let's say hi to people.
Okay. But first, let me log in to our live show first.
That's what you always say every week. That's what I see also like every week.
Yeah, now my Facebook is not loading.
Okay. Let's see. Anybody, say hi to us. Come on, okay, we'll go on. I'll say hi.
Sorry, because I'm still trying to find it.
How's everyone tonight?
Just that the Wi-Fi here is kind of bad, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say, I'll get it gonna be like, hi, Ann.
Okay, we have Francis Ala, FLFC. First like, first comment.
Oh,
that's what I learned today.
You just learned it 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago, yeah. Patrick Yong says hi as well. Gan Ong says hi. Amelia says hi. Karidin says hi as well.
Zen
from Detroit.
I'm from Detroit. What time is it now? Probably
US
in the
of A.
morning.
Yeah?
I think in the morning. And then Lee Sujin says hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Din Sudin says hi as well. How soon says questions?
Questions? What questions do you have already?
Yeah.
Or you want us to ask you a question?
Okay, but in any case, let all your friends and family members know, right, that we are live now, and we usually go live every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Unless something happens.
Yeah.
like the server will break down or something.
Yeah, or something like that, yeah. But we will be here at 8 p.m. on Straits Times Facebook page. So continue to say hi, you know, to us. Let us know anything at all, and we will just read out your comments.
We will.
So Alyssa, you know, the week started out with news about confidential information of 14,200 people with HIV, which has been stolen and leaked online and was made known to the public.
And this was revealed by the Ministry of Health in a press conference on Monday.
So here's a clip of what had happened.
Now, court papers show that the contents of the HIV registry had been leaked and reached the authorities from as early as 2012. So the news of it being leaked.
Yeah.
When Brochures blew the whistle on Le to MOH.
Yeah. Now, Brochures complained to an MOH director that Le had shared screenshots of the HIV registry, which of course the doctor had access to when he was the head of the unit, and also divulged Brochures' HIV positive status to another individual.
Now, Brochures is not in Singapore, he's been deported, and he has been arrested for criminal trespass in Kentucky, USA last month.
Yeah, and you know, when this case of course happened, it brought up a lot of questions, right? One of which of course regarding Singapore's cyber security steps and measures, you know, that we have right here.
So we spoke to our senior tech correspondent, Irene Tam, and we asked her some questions. So, example, how can the government ensure ministry officials comply with policies and guidelines on the handling of critical information and more? So, have a look.
The big question here is, should sensitive information be allowed to be extracted and saved to an external medium? This is considered to be a lapse in the process, and MOH said it has since plugged the gap. Okay, so public officials having access to citizen data. This is not the first incident and will probably not be the last, as more and more citizen data is collected and used for everything from surveillance to public safety to delivering customized services to citizens. It is a privacy issue, it is a data protection issue. It boils down to trust, isn't it? Do we trust our public officials to use information responsibly? But it can't be just blind trust. We have to have laws and legislation in place to protect citizen data and to ensure that public officials do not misbehave or abuse the data for their own use. And in this instance, he was charged under the Official Secrets Act. I'm not sure what other legislations are in place to protect citizens' data. And well, if there were, we do not know what they are, because some of the internal rules surrounding the protection of citizens' data has not been revealed. The private sector, for instance, abide by the Personal Data Protection Act, which is pretty strict on the collection of data, the use of data, and the dissemination of data in an unauthorized manner. I think the government should be more transparent in how it intends to protect citizen data and how officials, public officials, can be held responsible for the information. And if in the event that they do not protect the information or leak the information, what can be done against them? What are they responsible for? How can they be held accountable? This is something that the government needs to address. They say when it rains, it pours. It's unfortunate that all these incidents happened over the last 4 years, and they all happened at the same time. But we learn from history lessons, and we learn to take charge of cybersecurity, of cyber hygiene, to take it more seriously. And it's also, I think, a learning point for the government to know that it's important to build trust these days, you know, amidst heightened threats, amidst irresponsible behavior, amidst increasing collection of people's data. To build trust, they need to be more transparent. The public sector is excluded from the Personal Data Protection Act because they said they have an internal set of rules that are stricter, presumably, but we need to see what they are. They have not been published. Perhaps this is a learning lesson. This is something that the government can learn from, to be more transparent and reveal to us what these rules are, because for the public to trust public officials, we need to know that they are held accountable for citizens' data, and how are they held accountable for citizens' data. So that's something for the government to consider.
Colleague, senior
tech correspondent,
right, Irene, explaining some of the questions, you know, that we have. At this juncture, of course, we would like to read out this comment from Cassie that says, would like to watch Straits Times on Instagram and Google. We are on YouTube as well. So to our, you know,
whoever's watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, to whoever is watching us on YouTube.
Hi.
Hello as well. So we are both on on Straits Times Facebook as well as Straits Times YouTube.
So we are live now on YouTube. If you want, you can go over there. Just that we can't be on both platforms
Yes, exactly.
at the same time.
Exactly. So, you know, in the days following
Like now, reading
news
your
of the
comments.
data leak, right, there have been many questions raised, of course. For example, MP Jaljam from the Workers' Party said in a Facebook post, why did it take more than 2 years for MOH to notify the affected individuals of the data theft?
So far, nothing has been made public about the confidential information in Burchez's possession.
Yep.
And like Mr. Giam, the question on a lot of people's minds is, why was the leak only made public on Monday?
Exactly. Of course, the ministry's PermSec, Chan Heng Kee, said that the factors or the reasons behind it involved in not doing so earlier included the interests and well-being of HIV positive individuals.
Another consideration is that whether the information was secure at that point in time and not at the risk of being made public later.
Yeah, and the other reason as well, he stated, is that more than half of those affected are foreigners who will be difficult for the ministry to contact.
But regardless of the situation, there's no avoiding the fact that it is sensitive information and it's already fallen into the hands of someone who is unauthorized.
Exactly. So is it really a good reason, right, to say that those affected are foreigners and therefore it's difficult to contact? Because at the end of the day, if you're talking about patients' interests and well-being, these are very confidential information. You know, there is, you know, you cannot, you have to at least warn them that, hey, this data has been leaked, possibly publicized, possibly used against them.
And the ministry's decision not to make it known so early on also raised more questions. So when the ministry was made aware last year that Burchez still had data in his possession despite being raided in 2016, right? What made the ministry confident that he would not leak it out at a later stage, which we all know he did just over a week ago.
A week ago, right? Second, of course, the ministry may have lost the opportunity, in fact, to limit the damage by deciding not to reveal the breach of this data earlier, be it whether it's in 2016 or last year.
And because of that, now a lot of people online are accusing the ministry of doing a cover-up.
Right? And of course, as mentioned earlier as well, right, Alyssa, you know, court papers did show that the possibility of this leakage traces back to 2012.
And then so why then the ministry only implement additional safeguards in 2016, 4 years later, against the mishandling of information by authorized personnel.
And these safeguards that we're talking about, they include a two-person approval process to download and decrypt registry information to ensure that information cannot be accessed by a single person.
So there's still many questions, and of course the story is still progressing. There are lots of stories coming out online as we speak on straitstimes.com, so do keep up to date by going to our website.
Exactly. Story is still developing. But whatever it is, you know, it has happened.
So what do we do now? What can we do now? What should our reaction be and all that?
Exactly.
Right?
Especially towards, you know, individuals who are directly affected by this. Correct?
Right. So first and foremost, just don't share the list. If you come across it online, just don't try to be the one in your circle to be like, hey guys, I know where the list is. Don't do that.
I know the temptation is very great, right? To be like the news mule, right? That's what they call it. To say that, hey, I got it. Please do not share it. Right?
Just report like to the authorities where you saw it, where you found it.
Exactly. That's one. And secondly, of course, you know, if you know of anybody who is threatening somebody else with personal information like that, then report it as well.
Report that person. And also be aware of the rights that people with HIV have, or if you have HIV, know your rights. So according to the Ministry of Manpower, laws are in place to protect those who are HIV positive against wrongful dismissal.
Exactly. And no, Alyssa, it's very unfortunate also because the case in hand right now that we're talking about is HIV, right? And there is a lot of this social stigma surrounding HIV.
Yes, because not many, I think a lot of people are misinformed about what HIV is or how it's spread. Or we don't even know how it's spread. Right?
You know, so whatever it is, I think it's a good time actually now to be educated, be aware of it, read up on what HIV is all about, you know, get to know about it. And as the President of Action for AIDS, Roy Chan, said to ST, HIV is infectious through sexual activity and not through contact in social environment. Now, in fact, patients on treatment are not infectious to others when they have sex. If one is not fired for having tuberculosis or malaria, why is there a discrimination against HIV?
And there's a lot more information about HIV, which is you can easily find online just by Googling.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And last but not least, certainly, you know, as fellow human beings, have empathy.
So this is also what our 10th Speaker of Parliament, Tan Chuan Jin, said in a Facebook post. It's quite a lengthy one. We'll put a screenshot here. Not this one, it's another one. This one is by Aware Singapore. Yes, so this one's by Tan Chuan Jin. You can have a look. I think he kind of said a lot of, he was very eloquent about it.
Yeah, I'm very supportive, right? At the end of the day, really, we want to stand together with people who are directly affected by it, right?
That's right.
Or even individuals who know of other individuals, be it friends, family members who are directly affected by it as well.
So if you need any help, if you're an employer and you're not sure what the guidelines are, you can refer to the Singapore National Employers Federation's guidelines on the issue.
Yep. If you're an employee and you have encountered workplace discrimination, you can contact the Ministry or the Tripartite Alliance for Fair and Progressive Employment Practices, or TAFEP for short, for advice and assistance.
And the Ministry of Health has also set up a hotline for those who need information. There are also counsellors available to assist you. You can see the hotline number here.
Yeah.
You can call the number.
There you go. So these are some of the help that you can get, right? Don't be afraid, reach out if you do need help. Yeah, or if you know of individuals who need help as well. Yeah. All right. And I think we can say hi to people and see what people have said.
Take some comments.
So, JM Wong says, can you show your face on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, please? I'll buy you dinner on these 3 days.
Okay, whose face? Hairianto's face or my face?
I'm a bit confused, JM Wong. Can you explain yourself?
Okay, Zara Mika White says, hello from the United States. I like Hairianto's sweatshirt.
Thank you. This is from H&M.
And then I think earlier we had Miles KSB. I just want to give a shout out to Miles because Miles is always watching us every week, week after week. And so nice, always saying hi. And you'll be here, right, next week, not next year, next week to celebrate Chinese New Year. So yeah, okay, looking forward to you coming here.
Let me see. Sue How Soon says, why does the HIV data leak makes a great impact to the broadcast?
Why does it make a great impact? To a broadcast?
Because it's personal and confidential information, right? Information that shouldn't be in the unauthorized person's hands, but it has. Yeah.
Also about cybersecurity and cyber hygiene.
Exactly. So keep your comments coming in, let your friends and family members know and participate in the discussion, really. And for more on the developing story for this particular case, just follow straitstimes.com as well.
Okay, so yeah, we all know that dressing appropriately for work and school is important, and we all remember, okay, that school rule, at least in my school, it didn't really matter so much because
you were in an all-girls school.
All-girls school, and we wore pinafores, which were dark. But I think for you being in a co-ed, the girls wore white shirts.
Exactly. So all of us, our school uniform, our tops were white. Right?
Yeah.
So my female schoolmates, they were disallowed from wearing bright color undergarments.
Bra lah.
Bra. I'm trying to be, politically correct here.
So actually make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't want to come across...
Say it, brah. Just say it.
I don't want to come across as being, misogynistic or bigoted or whatever, right?
I think bra is a lot easier to say. Just one syllable.
Bra. Okay, fine. Bra, right? So, not allowed. And of course, if they do, then the discipline master or even the female teachers, they will give a stern warning.
Exactly. So unfortunately, such an incident happened during an attire check at the Nanyang Girls High School. This caused some discomfort.
Yeah. Now, Chinese paper Xinmin Daily News reported that a female teacher at Nanyang Girls High, believed to be the secondary 4-year head, had unbuttoned students' uniforms to check the colour of their bra straps during the attire check. Yeah.
So the school has since apologized to the students and the parents. And the parents told the Chinese paper that the female teacher actually had been conducting the attire check on behalf of a male teacher. Which I can't imagine, it's a bit embarrassing, right? As the male teacher, you have to tell the teacher hey, I can see that.
Now in a statement, the principal has also sent an email to all parents to clarify the matter and reassure them. The teacher involved has also apologized to the students.
So the Straits Times understands that several students have posted about the incident on social media, and they have expressed their disappointment at how it's been handled. How the checks were conducted.
Exactly, and many of the postings have since been removed. But on our Facebook post, right, on this, allegedly we have a student from the school itself. She said, she went on to clarify and defend the teacher.
The teacher, yes, right? And she's basically saying that the media is over-exaggerating the situation.
Right, yeah. But whatever the case is, you know, school rules on one hand have to be observed, right? On the other hand, also, you know, I guess when enforcing these kind of school rules, you know, you just got to be more prudent, lah, right? And more careful.
I mean, you can just wear the colourful sports bras for like sports. When you do yoga and all that outside of school.
I guess.
Right? Hashtag Ellie says.
So keep the more neutral ones for school.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, that's true, that's true. Let's see.
Maybe just say hi to some people.
J.M. Wong, make guys wear too in an integrated school so no one feel embarrassed. Wear what?
Colourful underwear.
Colourful bra and underwear?
Okay, hi guys. Noah Tan, hello.
Meng Yang says he gabra. Yeah lah, gabra. You know, these kind of things. You don't want to sound, you don't, like I said, you don't want to sound very bigoted or whatever, right? Yeah.
Actually, I don't understand. What do you mean bigoted?
I mean, you know, because it's a very sensitive topic. Right. You know, I just want people to feel slighted or whatever lah, right? Okay, anyway, yeah. Noah Tan says, so colourful shoes is fine, right? Ha ha ha. Well,
no, I think colourful socks not allowed.
Yes, it has to be white shoes.
If they see your colourful socks, you get in trouble.
Yeah, white shoes and white socks, right? Usually.
Yes.
Although I know some schools now they're a bit more lax lah. You can go with like black. More again the neutral colours. Yeah, cannot be too colourful.
I mean, school is not meant to be that fun.
Yeah, right. Now, moving on, in the 21st century, thanks to globalization, we do know a lot of other cultures, such as their customs and cuisine. But some people, like those in American reality television show The Bachelor, I think they're quite the exception.
But then again, I don't think we should expect too much from The Bachelor. They're also not known for being diverse in their range of contestants.
Exactly. Anyway, right, for its current season, the show's 4th episode was in Singapore, now where The Bachelor, Colton Underwood and his beaux ventured here for an exotic meal. They were in Chinatown and had a meal of frog, pig's intestines and chicken feet, among other things.
So let's see how they took to it.
Oh boy, look what we got.
Oh, thank you. It is. I have no clue. We sit down and we have pig intestines. Ew.
Oh, great.
It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I think we'll have to see how I feel in an hour or so.
I've had intestines before, I know, and it was good.
Wait, this was incredible.
I like travel a lot, so I eat a lot of foreign foods.
What is this?
Oh my god. You're like, what? Oh, and their toes. You have to try it.
I'm very passionate about food. I love to eat.
Bite the knuckle. There you go.
Bite it hard. He's hiding her face.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh my goodness, my stomach doesn't feel too good right now. Okay, whew. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that did end so well for one contestant. And you know, when the episode aired, it upset people because it just perpetuated the ugly stereotypes that some Americans have about Asian food.
Yeah. Hey, but to be fair, honestly, right, Singapore is a melting pot of culture and cuisines, right? Why cannot bring them to eat nasi padang, you tell me?
Yeah, why can't eat nasi lemak or
like
rojak or biryani?
Yeah, or biryani. By the way, our crew has very good biryani.
Yeah, he's looking very sheepish right now. He's our cameraman. Hey, Raju!
Yeah, Raju,
say hi!
Shout out to Raju's wife. Your biryani is the best. But yeah, why? Why cannot biryani or nasi padang?
Well, then again, it's The Bachelor, so don't expect too much. I don't think they know.
Yeah. But then again, right, so our colleague film correspondent John Liu wrote an article in response to this. Now, in it he asked, do non-white people not exist in the United States? Are there not African Americans, Latinos and Asian Americans and all other races that make up the rapidly changing demographic who all eat so-called weird food?
Mic drop. Okay, and that triggered. And then, I mean, this is not the only case of like casual racism in entertainment cultures, in pop culture. So, just earlier this week at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, US Magazine people mistook Tan Keng Hua for Michelle Yeoh.
My goodness.
Come on.
Come on. I mean, hey, not that it's bad for Michelle or neither, right? They all have their own strengths, they have their own beauties. Hey, but come on lah.
I mean, okay, even if you don't know how Tan Keng Hwa looks like, how can you not know how Michelle Yeoh looks like?
Exactly.
She was Bond girl. She was
Exactly.
in both Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Exactly.
She's going to be in the new Star Trek as well.
And you call
US Magazine
yourself,
Keep I No More.
you know, entertainment magazine.
Yeah, terrible.
You sit at the corner. But whatever it is, right? There is also an episode of Fear Factor.
Yeah. I remember. So this one, I remember a few years ago,
Okay.
the contestants were supposed to eat century egg.
Yeah.
The one that you eat in your like porridge and all, right?
Right.
And then some of them were like gagging and you know, like, oh my god, so disgusting. And I was just thinking to myself, like, my parents would just gladly eat every single century egg that's for you.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are, I don't know.
I mean,
Just
just because it's you're not used to it, then like.
Yeah, and you have to, you know.
No, I mean if you don't like it, I guess that's fine. But
Yeah.
it's just the way they reacted to it. It was very
Exactly.
rude.
Exactly.
To be gagging, you know. You could just politely say, "Oh, not my cup of tea."
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Yeah.
What's
you
it
know,
for
like,
the exaggeration?
Yeah, intestines.
Terrible. Yeah, but you know, if you look at it at another
Mm.
perspective, right? Actually, I do think this Bachelor is quite Singaporean lah.
Okay, why?
I mean,
You
like,
tell
you know,
me.
he brings all these girls to, like, instead of going to fine dining, brings them
Okay.
to eat like. I
Like
was going
what?
to say hawker center, but it's not really hawker center. But I feel that if he knew better, he would bring them to Newton Food Center.
Again, why cannot bring to Geylang?
Can also lah. Can
Geylang
bring to
got-
Adam Road one lah.
got
Can
nasi
bring
padang,
to
what?
Changi
Got
also
nasi
can.
lemak.
Also can. Also
Right.
Can, yes.
Yeah, all this food.
Wow,
nice
so
what?
triggered tonight, man. Wow.
No, but
I don't know what to
really,
say.
right? Like, okay.
Are you taking revenge because I just say you should say bra?
No,
Is that it? Is this
okay.
what that is?
Okay, think about this, right? Think about this. Do you eat pig intestines every day as opposed to do you eat fish soup every day? Or nasi padang every day? Which one do you eat more every day? Which one is a more everyday food?
Fish soup.
Exactly! Exactly!
But some people eat kway chap every day. What? It's just that I don't eat kway chap every day.
The point is, bring them to a place where, you know, it's an everyday food.
Right, because I think the food that they were eating, it's more of like the Chinese style,
Yeah,
like you know.
Like you would
the
eat on
barbecue
certain
meat.
occasions or whatever also, right? I would imagine. Now, nasi padang, eat every day what?
You
I
eat every
nasi
day
padang
lah.
every day.
You eat every day.
Roti prata every day. Okay, let's say hi to people.
It's really good.
Okay, so you see how Soon understands me. It's a boy thing. She won't understand. Ha ha ha. This is about the bra issue, right?
I see. I guess I'll never understand. Okay.
As a Western, okay, Miles says, as a Western chef, I prefer to eat Asian. Mala chicken feet, bak kut teh, kway chap, frog porridge, steamboat. So much better than American food. Singapore has the most amazing selection of food, so much better than the selection of food in America.
Thank you. And
you.
Taz Wagner says they love to exaggerate. Unfortunately, most Westerners are culturally ignorant.
Daniel Tan asks, does anyone know what is the intent of the producer of that show who wants the contestants to eat these?
My guess is really just for entertainment value, but I don't think it should come at the expense of being disrespectful to other cultures.
Exactly.
Hashtag Ellie says.
Alice says again. There you have it. You know, continue to let us know what do you think of this issue really, this Asian food shaming on The Bachelor. And with that, now it's time for our Onyam.
So in under 1 minute, we bring you other headlines of the week.
A 77-year-old man was found dead in his Tampines flat after blood dripped through the neighbour's ceiling. The neighbour, Ms. Jamila, noticed a strange smell in her flat and eventually traced it to a dark red liquid which was dripping from the ceiling in her master bedroom. The case was classified as an unnatural death.
In our second headline, the PAP Seniors Group, led by Chairman Tan Chuan Jin, is proposing for the Central Provident Fund contribution rate for workers beyond the age of 55 to be increased. Increasing the CPF contribution rates would help boost their retirement adequacy and ensure these older workers are paid the same as their younger colleagues for doing the same job.
Last but not least, Mr. Yuta Shinohara, organizer of insect eating events in Japan, recently revealed that he dated a cockroach for a year. The end of their relationship was brought about by the death of the cockroach named Lisa. Upon her death, he ate his first love with reverence. R.I.P. Lisa.
R.I.P. Lisa.
And that is all we have for you for Onyam.
And now we have... As I was saying before, I was so rudely cut off. Facebook, face off.
Ending this week's hangout on a light note. Certainly it's Facebook Face Off, of which I won last week.
You did.
Yeah. And this week we are very fortunate because Judge Joe is back.
Yes, Judge Joe is back.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together to welcome
Judge Joe! Okay, careful, Judge Joe. Yeah!
Okay.
Mwah. Okay.
Judge Joe is a character. Okay. So for those who do not know how this works, right? So basically, Alyssa and I have trawled through our Facebook to find the wittiest, most dunnest comments by our readers, right? And so we've picked them up. So we want you to decide which one you think is the funniest or the most dunnest.
If you see these letters, what do they mean? If you think Hairianto is funnier, comment the letter H. If you think Judge Joe is funnier, comment the letter J. If you think I'm funny for some reason, comment the letter A.
For some reason. Okay. Okay, I will go.
Okay, you go first.
So this is, of course, about The Bachelor, right? It's 2019 and the women on The Bachelor just performed a masterclass in performative revulsion when given food that many of us would consider ordinary. So they were given chicken feet and all that, right? So Ivan Ezra Ling says, how many plates of chicken feet can I order before it becomes a fetish?
It's good.
Yeah, it's good, It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so my turn.
Okay.
I took the same story as you, and then the comment I have is, Serafina Chin says, well, sounds about white. Yeah, Serafina!
It's a play of white, right?
Yeah, right and white.
So if you think that Alyssa is funny, you type in A.
If you thought Hairianto's one was funnier, comment with the letter H.
But if you think that Judge Joe, you've missed Judge Joe and you want to give the vote to Judge Joe, you can vote for Judge Joe as well. You type in J. Okay, round two, Alyssa, go.
Okay, so mine, this is the one where the 3-meter long python was caught in Orchard Road, right outside Hangs. And then, however, people were why are you laughing already? Okay, but people were complaining because apparently the python was handled quite unkindly, right? They were mishandled. So, Hachi Hessa? Is that how do I say? Hachi Hessa says, got python, people complain. People catch, also complain. Next time, no, you catch the python. Let it roll from me and catch the complainer instead.
Too long. It's very long. Okay. I have found out, right, that cannot take comments that are very long. It just loses its punchline.
But you all laugh at it all day, what? So, mission objective clear.
Okay, mine is basically about the guy confessing he dated a cockroach, ate it when it died. Right? So that is the story.
R.I.P. Lisa.
R.I.P. Lisa, right? And then Andrew Leo says, okay, why I picked this comment, right, is because it resonates a lot with me, the comments.
Because you're forever alone, is it?
Andrew Leo says, when you realize even a cockroach has a date. And then he let you add on and say, and I can't even get a text back. Damn. Yeah? Get it?
It's so
So hashtag forever alone lah. I understand. I know, I feel you guys. Yeah, even cockroach got dates. I don't understand.
Let's have this 1 second of collective silence.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're done. Okay.
Okay, round three. Your turn.
My turn?
Yeah, round 3.
Oh, okay, sorry. If you think that Alyssa is funny, you type in A.
Okay, can. Okay.
Yeah. That's it. You're not going to plug in for me. If you think I'm funny, you type in J and Judge Joe J. Okay, I go. Third round. So this is basically about all SCDF paramedics to be equipped with body-worn cameras by 2020, right? To track how they carry out their work and all that, right? Ka Kiat Tan with full of sass says, what about SingPost postman? You know why, right? Because
No, once you explain,
that's
what I've learned. That's what I've learned. I tell
mail and all. Hey, just not up to date news. Never mind. You all get it lah.
What? You all get it, you get it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it could be said for all my other jokes. Okay, so this story I chose is so guests at the hotel in Hangzhou, they enjoy barbecued skewers while dipping in like a mala hot pot.
Yeah.
Right, so they're like soaking, like having like their bath, but then there's food and all.
Yeah.
Right? So Andrew Day says, well, my boss always say I'm in hot soup, so no thanks. Yeah, Andrew!
Actually, it's true lah. Okay, to be fair, I saw this comment as well. I picked it, but then you put in first, so I couldn't already.
Oh.
Yeah. But in any case, if you think that Alyssa is funny, you type in A.
If you think Hairianto is funnier, type in H.
If you think that Judge Joe is funny, you type in J. Yeah. And we'll let our producer just collate our results.
Collate some votes. Let you guys vote as well.
And we're going to read some comments right here. Okay. Jem Wong, Aya, show over. I'm depressed.
Which show is over? Oh, like as in our show is ending, is it?
Oh.
Well, don't worry. You can always watch us on repeat, replay. You can like repeat many times until we are back next week.
Yes. Samuel Wang says, based on hair color, Josh, Joe and Ellie are siblings.
What?
Okay.
Okay. There's a lot of H, I see.
No, I see a lot of A's actually.
Let's swap
And
phones
J's.
then.
A lot of J's.
Okay.
Come on.
So,
H.
Stu How Soon says the guy who dated a cockroach reminded me of the guy who dated a model. What?
Those that are usually seen in clothing retail stores. What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't understand you guys.
Okay, shall we collate the votes and then let's do a 5-second countdown. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is... Yes! Please, quick, 5 seconds acceptance speech. Okay, go.
I want to thank everybody who has voted for me. Continue to watch us every Thursday 8 p.m. on Citizen's Facebook page.
Thank you. Next. Yay!
Thank you. Next. But of course, Alyssa and Jay also had some votes as well.
We had some votes as well.
Yeah.
You did.
Now, for more news and videos, do log on to straitstimes.com.
We're also on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Hello, YouTube fans.
Exactly. And of course, you know, we are counting down to Chinese New Year. On behalf of our crew right here, our producer Yvonne, our crew Raju, and of course, our motions graphics Zik and Judge Joe, Ellie, and myself, we would like to wish everyone a happy Lunar New Year.
恭喜发财！
新年快乐，年年有余。
哇哇，步步高升！
龙马精神。
哇哇，学业进步，it's a competition now.
All right, once again, she's Alyssa.
And he's Hairianto.
And this is Judge Joe. Goodbye and see you next week.